Beetlejuice 2 is officially on its way. A trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's film leaked online, and the writer's strike has put a pause on numerous big name projects. All this and more coming up on the weekly slate. First up on the show, in film news, someone must have said his name 3 times because Beetlejuice is back, baby. A sequel had been rumored to be in development for over 30 years, with headlines seemingly popping up every other year, only to be met with disappointment, when it inevitably wouldn't happen. All this disappointment came to an end on May 9th, as a sequel was confirmed by Warner Brothers with the exciting news that filming would begin immediately. The follow-up will see Tim Burton reunite with Michael Keaton, as well as adding the star power of Jenna Ortega, who is set to play the daughter of Winona Ryder's character from the first film. Nothing has been announced in terms of plot details, but the script has been penned by Alfred Goh and Miles Miller, who created the Netflix series Wednesday, which both Burton and Ortega worked on. The team broke records at Netflix with their work on that series. Let's see if they can break some when the sequel to Beetlejuice hits theaters on September 6, 2024. In Marvel news, exclusively in theaters this June, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse comes out to extend the saga. Starring Shameik Moore as Miles Morales, and with continuing roles of Haley Steinfeld as Ghost Spider, this addition to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is actually the first of 2 new movies. According to the movie's Twitter page, Part 2 comes out at the end of March in 2024. But you know all of that already, don't you? Even more interesting are the new worlds that Miles will be venturing across. As quoted from our Peter B. Parker, Jake Johnson, everything in this movie, the animation is so wild. It's pushing so many boundaries that at times I'm like, what are they doing now? Like, the Lego world was really neat. Remember when it jumps into the Lego universe for a little bit? And I'm like, man, what is happening? There's too much. You've got to see it. There's too much to pick a favorite. But this isn't the Legoverse, folks. There will be plenty of exciting universes to explore. Namely, Nueva York, Mombatan, the punky New London of Spider-Punk, Gwen Stacy's Earth 65, and the mysterious 5th Dimension. Rumors are currently running rampant of Dimension 5 actually being live action. Which dimension do you think Tobey Maguire could be in? It looks like there's only one way to find out. In theaters, this June 2nd. In Star Wars news, Jedi Survivor launched on April 28th to mass acclaim for Star Wars fans everywhere. Well, almost everywhere. Right out of the gate, the game experienced a mass backlash from PC players due to bugs and glitches, with some reporting that they couldn't even get the game to start after the massive download and updates that went with it. On May 9th, a new patch was dropped, aiming to fix this mess. To quote the patch notes, these aim to improve traversal hitching, performance enhancement for VFX, ray tracing to improve reducing idle time stalls, and updated data handling when toggling ray tracing to improve non-ray trace performances. We asked one of our head writers, James Cockram, to describe his experience with the game after the latest patch. To which he responded, "It is in a playable state, but I wouldn't say it is enjoyable. There are still some issues with stuttering, and it crashes about half the time on startup or load. My PC isn't trying to self-immolate when it boots up." Following the backlash from players, EA released an apology statement vowing to fix the game for all to enjoy, but PC fans are growing tired of these apologies from AAA studios for their poorly performing ports. How do you feel about these numerous apology letters from studios? Were you able to play Jedi Survivor on PC at launch? If so, was it worth it? Would you recommend playing it with the recent patches? Let us know down in the comments. Also in film news, the first trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie leaked this week, and it looks like it'll be worth the 8-year wait fans have suffered. The trailer begins with Josh Hutcherson's character being hired on as the new security guard for Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Reminiscent of the intro from the game's first night, He is told to keep an eye on the monitors as the animatronics seem to have a mind of their own. After falling asleep and being woken up by the restaurant seemingly coming to life, he realizes the danger he is truly in. The trailer cuts to a conversation with a woman as to why they come to life. She tells him that children begin to go missing down there, causing the place to shut down. Now their souls inhabit the animatronics, and they appear to be after a little girl who might be Hutcherson's little sister or daughter. As the trailer continues, viewers witness the suspenseful dread of the classic titles as Foxy and friends stalk the halls of Freddy Fazbear's. The animatronics look exactly like they do from the games, for better or worse. But creator Steve Cawthorne told fans on Reddit that the trailer itself wasn't finished. He stated, "For those of you who resisted watching it, I think you'll be much happier when you're able to see a finished product that is edited and polished, with VFX and proper sounds." Even without the polish that Cawthorne promises, the trailer itself is truly frightening and looks to live up to the legend and lore of the franchise. Five Nights at Freddy's will release on October 27th, 2023, both in theaters and on Peacock. In industry news, the writer's strike is still going strong and has brought numerous productions to a grinding halt. Some of the biggest names includes Marvel's movie Blade, Season 2 of the Star Wars series Andor, Stranger Things Season 5, the new Game of Thrones prequel The Hedge Knight, and so much more. Late-night talk shows and SNL have stopped airing, plus the MTV Movie Awards was canceled after host Drew Barrymore and numerous celebrities declined to attend. Writers are on the picket line demanding higher pay, better residuals, larger staffing for writers' rooms, shorter exclusivity deals, and assurance that AI won't be used to replace writers. The Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, or the AMPTP for short, has responded to some of the demands, but not in a way that'll please picketers. For one, they disagree with the hiring quota that would increase the number of writers per project, stating that some writers are the sole voice of the show, and others only work with a small team. They have pushed back at saying some writers calling the industry a gig economy, saying that the longer periods of hire and benefits differ from standard gig work. Although, when it comes to the topic of AI, it seems they are willing to meet at the negotiation table and believe that there needs to be some rules and restrictions in place for the practice. This disruption hasn't halted all productions, though. Amazon's Ring of the Power is still going full speed ahead in filming without their writing staff. American Horror Story is about finished with their next season, and House of the Dragon Season 2 is set to also finish filming without a writing staff. For the series still filming, the results will be interesting to see, because just as the creators of Stranger Things have stated, writing does not stop when filming begins. Remember to like and subscribe to stay up to date with Culture Slate content. You can also join our public Discord where we discuss all things Star Wars, Marvels, and all things pop culture. Thank you for watching, and be sure to tune in every week to stay cultured with The Weekly Slate.